And how can you love your body even if you kind of want it to look a little bit different, okay? So I remember when I first started dating him, this man had the best posture in the world, and I just thought it was so sexy. Hanging out. Hello. Self-care Sunday going on over here. I'm hanging out in my minivan out in the middle of the desert. Of course, I live in Las Vegas, so the desert is easy to find. And I brought a blanket. That's not for me. I brought my big, huge salad, which I'm excited to jump into. I got a book, some water, and I'm ready to just take a break for a bit and detach. But what I wanted to do was tell you that guess what? The Eat to Live family is open for registration right now. I'm going to tell you more about that at the end of this video. I keep pulling my hair forward and I want it to go back. I'll tell you more about that at the end of this video, but I wanted to share a couple things with you. So this is something that I do, go out to the desert once a week, once every couple of weeks, so that I can just get away for a moment, have some separation from my normal thoughts at home, come out here and think a little differently when I'm in the desert. Look at this beautiful tree. It's pretty windy today, actually. It's not usually windy, but when it is, man, it gets real windy. So in the Eat to Live family, which is a monthly group coaching membership that I have, tons and tons of folks in there now, I have something called my weight loss vlog, which is a vlog, a whole set of videos that I'm making currently right now that I started in October of last year. I make a video almost every day, 2 or 3 videos almost every day, about exactly how I'm losing the weight right now after the birth of my twins in June. Right now it's April, so I've been doing this for October, November, December, January, February, March, April, 7 months. I have tons and tons of videos in there, and I put all of those in the Eat to Live family for everyone to see as part of their membership, as part of their monthly membership. Super affordable, so many videos. And I wanted to share with you just so you could see an example of what one of those videos are like. And this is kind of illustration of what they're like, but there's so many different lessons in there, but this is just one of them. So I talk about self-care, I talk about self-confidence a lot, and body love, and how we can love ourselves at any size, how we can love ourselves no matter what's going on in our lives or what's happened to us in the past, how we can come back to that love that we all are capable of, but that some of us have just sort of forgotten over the years, okay? So we talk about this a lot in the Eat to Live family, how to love ourselves, how to feel better in order to eat better, okay? And so this particular video that I'm gonna share with you is one of my weight loss vlogs from November 15th, 2020. And I learned a lesson about myself that day that actually my husband delivered to me, which was pretty interesting, about pride and how to be proud of yourself no matter what. So I'm going to share that with you in a moment. And then after that, I'm going to share another video, which is part of one of the live coaching calls that I do for the Eat to Live family. I give a little bit of a lesson every once in a while. And this lesson was about body confidence. So I'm going to share that with you. It shows a lot about exactly what my body looks like and how could I possibly be confident at the weight I was at when I made that video. And in the way that my tummy is really strange now after my pregnancy. I share all that stuff with you. And how could I possibly, because I mean you can probably tell that I'm losing weight, but you can't tell that my tummy doesn't really look that much different. I still look pregnant. I still have a, you know, very pregnant looking shape. And what I teach in this particular video is how you could love yourself even if you don't love your body at the moment. And how can you love your body even if you kind of want it to look a little bit different, okay? So I'm going to share that with you as well. I wanted to share these 2 things with you so you could get an idea of what the Eat to Live family is like, some of the things in there. I also include, so I said it's my affordable monthly group coaching program. So you get the weight loss vlogs. You also get the the live coaching calls, as I was saying, but you get access to the Eat to Live Academy too. So I tell you more about that in just a minute. Why don't you go take a look at these videos and see if you can pick up anything for yourself, and then I'll tell you about how to get into the Eat to Live family at the end. And Saturday rolls around and my husband is around to watch the kids, and I decide I want to go for a walk with my daughter. So I'd had these, so I get dressed for the walk, and we're in kind of nice weather right now where we can wear t-shirts for walks. We don't need to have jackets or anything like that. But when I wear a t-shirt, like, my arms show, and I don't like how my arms look right now. And I have these maternity clothes that are a little bit too big for me. And the clothes are like size large, extra large, which is not my size. I'm usually a small to medium in maternity clothes and regular clothes anyways. But I started wearing the clothes that she gave me because they fit my belly, my postpartum belly, which we know is, you know, it's not normal size. It's a lot bigger than it sort of should be, I suppose. I mean, it should be the way it is, but it's just, you know, because of the stretching of the muscles and things like that. So I start to wear these clothes, and I put on some for this walk I was doing. It's not the type of legging, like a capri legging, that I would wear, because it had these really bold patterns on it, which I felt made my butt and my hips look really big. And then I put on a t-shirt that was big enough that would kind of cover my belly a little bit, but it was still kind of showing my shape a little bit more than I would like at this time. And so I was feeling super self-conscious about my body and the clothes that I was wearing, and yet they were the only clothes I had that really fit. So I have this whole dialogue going through my head. I'm downstairs, I'm getting the water ready, I'm getting some snacks for my daughter ready because we're going to go for a walk together. I'm getting everything ready, getting my sunglasses, my sunscreen on, whatever. And then I'm having so much self-conscious thoughts in my head. And my husband's helping me get my daughter's stuff ready, whatever. And then I turn to him and I go, okay, this is going to sound a little bit silly, maybe, but I just want you to know that I see how terrible I look. I said this to him. I see how overweight I am, and I just want you to know that I'm not giving up, and I just, I'm gonna keep trying. And he looked at me like I had two heads. He was like, what are you talking about? He's like, you look amazing. He's like, that was really silly. I wasn't thinking anything like that. And you are so beautiful and you look amazing, and I think you look super sexy and blah blah. He's going into that whole thing, you know. And he finishes by saying, be proud. He said, look at what your body just did. He goes, look at what you have upstairs. 3 beautiful children, and your body just made 2 at a time. He was like, look at what you just did. You look amazing. He's like, and blah, 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 husband things. And then he goes, this harkens back to when we first started dating, when he was a salsa dance instructor on the side, and he was like a professional salsa dancer too. And he used to have a thing that he would teach in class of, you know, standing with confidence and shoulders back. And, you know, when you're dancing, you don't want to be like slouched over. It looks silly, right? It's best to like have good posture while you're dancing. So I remember when I first started dating him, this man had the best posture in the world, and I just thought it was so sexy. And we would talk about it, and I would say, that's so wonderful. And he's like, yep, just, you know, carry yourself like that, and it's attractive and it feels good to you and whatever. And so I remember him telling me that back in the day. And during this conversation the other day, when I was really self-conscious yesterday, he was like, remember what we used to talk about with our posture? He's like, just walk with pride. He's like, shoulders back, boobs out, walk with pride. You just had 2 babies, you look amazing, and blah, 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 right? And so he said that, he said walk with pride several times in that moment. And I was like, and it stuck in my head. Now, it wasn't my thought, right? I didn't choose to think to walk with pride, because I have not been walking with pride for months. I have that little glimmer of, yeah, my body made 2 babies, but whatever, I still don't look how I want to look, you know? But no, his was walk with pride, full stop. Like, walk with pride. Like, no disclaimers, just walk with pride. And it's the way he said it. And you could look at it like, oh, well, he gave me permission to think that way, you know? And if I don't have a husband like that, or I don't have someone to tell me that, or whatever. But no, all he did was offer a different thought. It's not that I have to feel prideful because my husband loves me. Like, I'm not using his attraction to me or his love for me to fuel my pride. I'm using my pride to fuel my pride, right? I'm choosing to be proud of what my body did instead of being not proud of what my body did. And I have this whole dialogue in my head of needing approval from other people, from people on the outside, right? This could apply to your friends when you're going to work. It could apply to anything you're doing. Like if I had an office job, it would be the same thing, going to the office thinking, oh, my coworkers must be thinking that I'm so overweight now, and they must be like, oh, poor Cheri, her tummy's so big now, and look what happened to her during pregnancy or whatever. Like, who cares what they're thinking? I'm gonna walk with pride. And so as I was out for my walk, I just kept having that. Let me take my pump off because it's bothering me. So as I was out for my walk, I was having that just phrase run through my head: walk with pride, walk with pride, walk with pride. And I couldn't stop it. It was wonderful. It felt so good. And I just wanted to offer it to you as information, because that's what really got me kind of feeling good the last couple days. Like, and it wasn't what my husband said, it was what I internalized, which was pride, right? Now, the last note I want to make about this is something that I hear from one of my favorite Instagrammers, Ashley Rose Reeves. Now, I don't like how many products she's always hawking, but I do love her main message, which is the idea of body positivity and inclusivity for everyone around you. I love those messages, and I especially love her body positivity message. She says something a lot about how our bodies were made specifically to do what we are supposed to do. Like, what I am supposed to do, my body was made for that, right? Gisele Bündchen, the supermodel, Victoria's Secret, her body was made to do that, right? Olympic marathon, Olympic sprinters with these wonderful, tall, muscular, long legs, that's what they were meant to do, right? I was not meant to be any of those people. I was meant to be a 38-year-old woman with 3 kids, twins, and I'm meant to share this message of eat to live with, whoever will listen. And how can we become body positive when we're not to begin with, right? How can we do that? That's what I was meant to do. And you have a purpose as well. I don't know what it is because I can't see you, but you have a purpose with your body. You are meant to do these things with your body. Ashley talks a lot about, she's a very tall, a bigger woman, like not overweight, she's just tall and big. And so she talked about how she used to speak at schools, and she would talk about this message of body positivity, and she realized that having a commanding presence for her was so useful, and she loved it, and she used it to talk about this message. Now, you don't have to be a public figure to have a purpose, right? Like, you don't have to have an audience like I do or anything. You just have to understand that your body was meant for you. It's meant to do exactly what you do and what you have done, and we are meant to take care of it and treat it as if it's the only one we have, because it is, right? So I wanted to make that other note because I am not perfect at body positivity, especially at a time where I'm feeling like my body isn't quite where I want it to be. We don't have to want our bodies to be where they are. We don't need that. We don't have to condone exactly how our bodies look. We just have to love them no matter what, right? And that is the message that has come to me in this weekend of my husband's words, walk with pride, which were about being proud of my journey. Mine. It's my journey. She has nothing to do with it. He has nothing to do with it. They have nothing to do with it. Right? Like, nobody else has anything to do with it but me. It's my body. I'm inside my body, and my body is meant to be doing exactly what it's doing. Like, it is meant to have some extra weight on it right now. My, breasts are producing milk. That's what they're meant to do right now. My thighs have some extra weight on them. They're meant to right now. And I can change that if I want, and I can work through that. But there is no use in arguing with reality because my body is the way it is right now. I have extra weight. You know, I have acne from not eating very well. Like, it is where it's supposed to be, exactly where it's supposed to be, because it is exactly where I took it. And I decided to have children and they turned into twins, right? And that was just what I was meant to do. And so how can we love where we are right now without going like, I love where I am because I know I'm going to change? No, that's not it. It's I love where I am, full stop. I'm walking with pride right now because I know my journey. I know why I am where I am. I know why I look the way I look. And I am proud of the life that I had created. And I'm proud of the person that I am right now. Not who I will be, not who I was last year, but who I am right now. To my lesson today on body confidence at any size. Now, the reason that I'm wearing what I'm wearing, which isn't, I don't usually bare my shoulders in this way, but I wanted to wear a very tight shirt just for a moment to make a point, and then I'm going to cover up again. Notice the kids' toys on the floors. Okay. You guys already know what I look like from the weight loss vlogs. Okay. And I'm going to just move my camera up so you can see my face too. I want to be very clear about what my body looks like right now. I feel stocky. I feel overweight. I certainly have, clinically extra fat on my body. I'm not saying like, I'm not going to the negative and going, oh, I'm fat, right? I'm a fat person. I'm not doing a negative name calling thing. I'm just literally saying I have fat in my body for sure. If I turn to the side and I totally relax my stomach, I still 100% look pregnant. I would definitely get mistaken for pregnant, and I would have a lot of comments made to me if I went to a store like this, dressed like this, right? This has happened to me so many times, and it's why I cover up nowadays, because I don't even want that embarrassment of someone else seeing me and then they thinking I'm pregnant, and then I have to tell them I'm not, and then not even like I get embarrassed, but just embarrassing them too is like, you should never say that to a woman. Like, you never know if she's actually pregnant or not, right? But as you can see, or maybe you can't, but I'll just say this isn't where I want my body to be. I would like to be slimmer. I want to be down about 30 pounds, something like that. My thighs are larger than I'd like them to be. And we're going to talk about how could I be confident right now with my body the way it is. Now, there might be some of you who are actually watching this video going, wow, she looks great. I wish I looked that. I wish like I could be that thin already or whatever. There might be some of you who are like, poor girl, look at what that pregnancy did to her. That's so sad that she has that kind of a tummy left over or whatever, right? Which I'm not exactly sure what it's from yet, but we're working on it. But I did get my CT results back. I don't have a hernia, and I may have the diastasis recti, but not for sure. But I don't have any issues with my internal organs. So that's good news. At least now it's just muscular to deal with. But the reason that I know that these are comments that someone could make about my body is because people have made those comments about my body on YouTube already. When I did that last video, if you guys look through the comment section, there's a bunch of people who say stuff like that, like, I'm so sorry you have to deal with that. Like, I'm so sorry that you still look that way or whatever. There's some people who say, wow, you look great for having had twins, blah, blah, blah. So I want to give you this information. Now I'm going to cover up so I feel a little more comfortable. But I want to give you this information because these are maybe the things that are going through your mind about my body as you see me right now. And I know that these are the things that are going through my audience's mind on YouTube because they've told me as much. But now I want you to look at it from your own mind of what do you think about yourself when you look in the mirror? If you have thoughts like that about my body, you certainly have thoughts like that about your own body. And I would imagine, I would venture to say that your thoughts are probably even worse about your own body because I know mine are and have been in the past. You'll see a lot more of this in the weight loss vlog as I progress. But the thoughts that I had about my body in the very beginning were just so negative. Now, let's talk about body confidence at any size. Any size. How could somebody like me be confident right now? I'm not where I want to be. My tummy is much bigger than I'm comfortable with. My arms are bigger than I'm comfortable with. But how could I be confident right now? Okay, wait, I forgot to do one thing. This is one little thing I wanted to give you guys. Watch this. Okay.
what does confidence look like in your body? I want you guys to comment there. Tell me what does confidence look like in a body? When you see somebody walking around who's confident, what do you see? What actions do you see out of that person? Jennifer says, my thoughts about my body can vary pretty widely throughout the day, even at the same weight. Exactly, right? So that means they're not facts. Those are just thoughts. Okay, so Sasquatch. This is so funny. Your name says Sasquatch. I don't know if you meant for it to say that, but that's funny. And you did mention to only panelists. So make sure that if you want everyone to see it, you have to put panelists and attendees. But so we've got some good posture, chin up, confident body language, good posture, confidence. Okay, so let's look at the difference, okay? This is my normal posture, right? And I give you a little maybe TMI thing that happened the other day. I was in the shower. My husband came in, he had to ask me a question, and he goosed me in the shower, right? And I was feeling very self-conscious. I don't like him to look at me in the shower because I feel very self-conscious. And he goosed me, and I did not react well. I was mad at him. I was annoyed. I was like, how could he do that? Like he must be like lying to make me feel better of like being interested in my body or whatever. I was like, so then I started thinking about it when I was in the shower, and I was like, wait a minute, I could have taken that two different ways. I could have either been the way I was, which was not very nice about it and cold and mean and not accepting of his gesture. Or I could have said, how sweet. Like he loves me even when I am not feeling great about myself. You know, that's so sweet, right? Now, here's the difference between the two. One of them is you get goosed by your husband and you're like, ugh, right? The other one is, oh my gosh, how sweet. He's so cute. He still loves me, right? Like, now, let's imagine a partner or somebody who, you know, a woman is walking down the street. Maybe she weighs 300 pounds, 400 pounds, whatever. Let's imagine that woman. And she's walking down the street and she's like this, right? Now we see the same 400-pound woman and she's like, right? Can you see the difference there? Now I want to ask you, Rebecca, thank you. She says, you look beautiful, really good energy. Thank you. Now let's imagine the 400-pound woman walking down the street. The things you said, chest. My husband always, because he was a dancer before. Sorry, my camera's having trouble focusing on me because I'm moving so much. But my husband used to be a dancer, a salsa dancer. So he was an instructor and he would instruct people. And if you're dancing like this, that's not cute, right? Dancing, posture, shoulders back. So he always says to me, shoulders back, boobs out. He used to say that to his students too. Boobs out, like shoulders back, right? Now chin up. Now look at the difference between this and this. Okay. Which one is going to attract goodness? Which one is going to attract good feelings for yourself? I'm not saying from other people. I'm saying from yourself. Now, sure, if you're promoting this goodness, you're pushing that out into the world, but you're bringing it to yourself too. So it's a thing that we don't normally do. So we have to retrain ourselves, but we can train ourselves to be this confident no matter what. Now, imagine you see me with this tight shirt walking around. Like, for instance, I went to Lowe's the other day. I was wearing a couple months back. I was wearing a really tight shirt. I was probably a little bit bigger than this. The cashier, she said, oh, how far along are you? And I was like, oh, this is just leftovers from twins. You know, I was nice about it or whatever. But now imagine if I had been walking afterwards, if I had been walking around like this, right? This doesn't look good. And I don't feel good when I walk like this. When my husband gooses me in the shower, I get mad. I get angry, right? But if I'm walking around like this and he gooses me in the shower, or I'm just walking around that Lowe's and I'm just, whatever. This is the question I want to ask you. What is the downside to walking with confidence? Okay. And I want, it's a rhetorical question. I want you to really think about it. I want to give you a moment just to think. If you want to answer, that's fine too. But what is the downside, as Susan says, to strutting your stuff? What is the downside? Okay. I want you to answer me now in the chat section. What's the downside? What's the upside to slouching and being upset with yourself and hating your body, no matter what size you are? right? The downside here is that others are going to judge you. Right, Susan? Oh, others judge you. You're saying so positively. Like if you strut your stuff, others will judge you. This is a great point that you make. I love this. Okay. You're worried, right? That if you're strutting your stuff, people are going to go, oh, what business does she have strutting her stuff at that weight? Right? What business does she have to be walking around confident like that? So I want to turn it on its head and say, what's the downside to you strutting your stuff? Is it simply so you can please other people, people please, and get their opinions to match the way you think you look, right? If those people are, I want to talk also about the judgment of others, right? So if other people are judging you, it means they're judging themselves, actually. That's what that judgment is, right? And Rebecca says people might get upset because you have confidence. Absolutely, for sure. Why are they upset? Because you're confident. You see a 400-pound woman walking around, she's super confident. Why would someone else be upset? Their thoughts are going to be something like, she needs to lose weight. I'm so worried about her. She's not acting healthfully. She should eat better. What business does she have acting confidently, right? But what does it actually hurt anybody if she's confident? It doesn't act like it's just their thoughts, right? That's just their thoughts about the person. So I'm strutting my stuff at Lowe's. My tummy's out. I'm wearing a tight shirt. I'm confident, but I'm not pregnant, right? What's the downside of me in my own brain acting confidently? Nothing. It's just that I might think, oh, other people are judging me, right? But you know what? Other people are going to judge you either way, whether you're slouched over or whether you're standing up. People are going to judge you either way. And I tell you that the main judgment comes from the fact that people see somebody confident like that and they just wish they could be confident too. Okay? That's where the judgment comes from. It's not because they're actually wanting to be their doctor and improve that person's life. It's because they actually want that confidence too. They feel like, well, if she can be confident, I should be able to be confident too. And I can't. So I'm going to judge her instead. I'm going to, that's their model working. They're judging her. And so all they're doing in their model is creating more judgment of themselves, of her, right? Now, all of that is happening externally. All that's happening outside of us. And we don't have to let that affect us in any way. But just imagine all the other people around us notwithstanding. Let's get rid of them. Let's pretend they don't exist. Now, let's say we go about our day, shoulders up, boobs out, right? Shoulders back, boobs out, chin up, excited, happy, vibrant. Even if we don't love our body the way it looks, we can still be confident in the person that we are. Let's say we go throughout our whole day like that. How do you think our day is going to be different than if we have a day where we feel really down about ourselves? Now, I'm going to show you those models because I wrote those down. I want to share my screen so I can show you guys. Let's see. Okay, yeah. So Sasquatch says, or upside, you encourage others and remind them to move confidently too. Absolutely. Carol says, when I stopped coloring my hair and went naturally gray, I would get so many comments about you're too young to be gray, or you'll change your mind and go back to coloring, because those people have their own thoughts about what gray means, right? If you saw my mom, she's like 65, I think, and she has same length hair as me, and it's this beautiful gray, like straight up gray, like that silver kind of, it's just natural. She gets the most beautiful comments about it, right? She's confident about it. She has chosen, this is her hair color. That's it, right? Now, Carol, when you say like, those people say you're too young to be gray, or you'll change your mind and go back to coloring. Do you know why they say that to you? Because that's what they think about coloring your hair. They would love to be confident, but they are not willing to give themselves the permission to be confident. Okay. That's why they say that.
Okay. So I just wanted to share a couple of videos with you so you could kind of get an idea of the content that's waiting for you. There are hundreds of videos in there, in the Academy, in this weight loss vlog, the live coaching calls. So we do 2 live coaching calls every month. And there's some teaching like I showed you in there, but mostly it is live coaching hot seat, like one-on-one coaching, but in front of the group. So someone will come on if they have a struggle they're working with, they're struggling with. I will help them through that struggle and get them to kind of come out of their head a little bit and see things from a different perspective. And this type of coaching that I do, this life coaching mixed with healthy eating, mixed with weight loss, this mixture here, oh my gosh, it's so powerful, and it is changing lives in there. It's so much fun to see. It's so much fun to see someone go from being stuck in what they were thinking and thinking there's no other solution or no other way to see something, and go to completely opened up about it, feeling good again, and then able to get right back on track with their food, no problem. It's just incredible. It's my life's work. It makes me so happy. I would love for you to have similar type of life transformation, thought transformation, feeling transformation, so you can be proud of yourself, so you can love yourself, so you can feel better, so you can eat better, and maybe look better if you feel like you end up wanting to lose weight or anything. If that's part of your journey, and you feel like that's important to you, that could be part of your journey too. I don't know. You don't have to lose weight at all. This is Eat to Live Family is about creating a family space where we can all be together and eat to live. And if that includes some weight loss, cool. But mostly what's happening is people are realizing that their thoughts are controlling so much, and when they can get out of their thoughts and when they can learn how to choose their thoughts deliberately, that's when they change all the things in their life to make them feel more positive and more empowered. Okay, so that's what we do in there. You also get access to the Eat to Live Academy, which is an 8-week digital coaching course that gives you the whole foundation, all the tools that I talk about in my private coaching and any kind of coaching that I do. All of that is included in the Eat to Live Academy, which is included in your membership for the Eat to Live family, which is kind of crazy because that in itself is like a $497 value, and I just like throw it in for your monthly membership. And let's see what else. There's also a members only recipe book that we're adding to all the time, putting our favorite recipes in there. Everybody in there is interested in healthy eating, at least whole foods, plant-based kind of eating. So many people in there are actually on the Eat to Live Nutritarian diet, and that's what I'm teaching you to do for life. So if it feels like something where you're looking for that kind of a community where there's other people like you who are eating this way, because so many of my clients would always tell me, you know, I don't know anyone else that eats this way. It's kind of a lonely thing, right? So that's why I wanted to create the family, was so that we had a place that we can actually congregate together, be supportive. And we've even had actual in-person meetings come out of this too, where people have found out that they live close to each other and they meet up. It's just incredible. So much is included there. The group coaching calls, the academy, the live calls, we do some bonus like mixer calls where we get to know each other. You have a full community that's like Facebook, but not on Facebook, totally private, totally safe. It's like this safe haven where we can all come together and just commune. My weight loss vlog. And you also have a quick start program that will get you on track right away, straight towards your goals. I also give you a couple of free Eat to Live challenges in there. The 21-day challenges, as well as all future challenges, are going in there too, included. I mean, it's insane what is in there. So anyways, I wanted to tell you about that because it's open for registration right now, and it is closing tomorrow. So you have to get in, because once I close registration, you can't get in. I need to be able to have time to focus on my new members, get them on their journey, get them going through this success path that I've created, from being a novice Eat to Live, interested in healthy eating, interested in weight loss, but don't know how to do it consistently, to advanced, like know how to create weight loss on demand, no dramas with food anymore, nothing like that. So that's the path I'm taking you on, and I need to be able to focus on my members. That's why I close it down. So it closes tomorrow, and I also want you to know I always raise the price every time I reopen it, okay? Because I keep adding so much value in there. There's already like a thousand, I think I did the math, and it was like $1,322 worth of value right when you join the Eat to Live family. And you can just stay in for a month and check it out, see how you like it, cancel anytime kind of a thing. So there's really no risk, and you can get access to all my programs. It's really amazing. So anyways, The reason that I want you in there is because I know the transformation that so many family members have already had in there. I mean, it truly is incredible, the type of transformation, not just with weight loss, because there have been 10, 20, 30, 40-pound weight losses in there already. We've only been open for a few months. But with the transformation of our minds, and as I said, just feeling better, eating better, and coping better with stresses of life, things like that, that's what we're doing in there. So I want to see you in there because I want to see you have an amazing transformation too. I want you to learn more about body love, body confidence, self-love, you know, taking care of yourself first, like I'm doing here right now in this minivan out in the middle of the desert. And I want you to learn how to incorporate these strategies into your own life. So consider joining the Eat to Live family. I hope to see you in there. Registration closes tomorrow, as I said. And it is the only place that I do, I mean, I'm in there every day. I do actual coaching. I message people. You know, we do commenting all the time. It's the only place that I actually coach a group, and it is so affordable. Okay, you can take anything at your own pace. You don't have to worry. There's a lot in there, but there's so much for you to, and there's so much for you to understand exactly what path to take. I tell you exactly what to do. So let me guide you on this journey. I hope to see you in the Eat to Live family. There's links below this video and above the video and all over the place, so you can go check it out. Okay, that's all I gotta say. I'm gonna go. This is a long video. I hope to see you in the Eat to Live family. I love you so much. If you missed the boat on this and you didn't get to sign up for it, sign up for the wait list, okay? Because we're gonna be opening again pretty soon, fairly soon, in a little while. And we'd love to see you the next time we open. So thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video, and I hope to see you in the Eat to Live family. Bye!